Hello everybody and welcome back to what's new in Apple Arcade in the month of May. And wow, did we have an action-packed April with a wide range of titles. This month we don't have as many, but I do think from what we do have, there is an exciting bunch of games that we are all going to enjoy and play. So let's talk about the first game. And the first title to come to the Apple Arcade in the month of May is Badlands Party. The original game, before it came to Apple Arcade, won Apple Game of the Year before and also has been played by over 150 million players around the world. This title is now available on all devices and can be played solo or with friends and family. The controls are super easy to pick up with enjoyable missions and achievements along with some weekly challenges to really immerse yourself in the Badlands universe. This side-scrolling adventure where the aim is to survive the level also has a tons of puzzles to complete along the way, and you can also save clones of yourselves to score bonus points, and this is really quite something you can go against into the multiplayer modes. This game has already been released on the Apple Arcade, and from the 30 minutes that I played myself, I really did get Little Big Planet memories come back to me with its fun and challenging levels. There's a total of 30 unlockable characters and also a full co-op adventure with at least 40 levels to play. The developers have mentioned as well there's going to be more content coming soon, and of course that will be available all included in this Apple Arcade title. In terms of multiplayer, there is 2 to 4 online. You can also play with nearby players or anyone you've got on the Game Center. And this is one of the first Apple Arcade titles that I've played that has a dual touch control, which means you can play it locally with your friends at the same time on the same phone. And trust me, it gets quite interesting when you're fighting for the small screen of that iPhone's real estate. Badlands is a great game to start the month off. Even though it's 99p on the store, you can enjoy this completely free with your Apple Arcade subscription. The next title to land onto the Apple Arcade is another Plus title, and this one is Goat Simulator Plus. Now, Goat Simulator must be the stupidest game to land on Apple Arcade, and I can tell you this now, the developers would be really proud of that. The game is full of bugs, and they've also come out with, we're happy with that, as long as it doesn't end the game, they don't care. And that's what makes this game hilarious. It is just supposed to be a massive, funny game. It takes simulation to a level of hilariousness. So if you've never heard of Goat Simulator, your job is to play as a goat and just cause havoc. You go around a small town and you can do whatever you like. You can derail a small train or just cause havoc by just ragdolling everywhere you like. From the video, it shows you from jetpacking to just smashing into lots of little items. This game, of course, is only available on the iPad and iPhone, but this is due to the amazing touch controls that they've implemented. Would be nice for some controllers, but we'll do with the touchscreen on the phone or the iPad. In terms of gameplay features, according to the description, you play as a goat and you get points for wrecking stuff. That's pretty much all the description gives, but all I'm going to say is if you're up for a laugh and you enjoy ragdoll physics, then definitely give this one a go. I know that this title has been released on numerous platforms like PlayStation and PC, so you can't really go wrong with a game that's been on those big boy platforms. This, of course, is a Plus title, which means it is available on the normal App Store, and I've also noticed that there are a ton of various what I would call DLC/side games that the company have also made, and it would be really nice to see those ones come to Apple Arcade too, because I feel like the collection of games would just be nice to have. The next title to be racing onto our platform is called Warp Kart Racers, and you might recognise a few characters from this game. Now, this releases on the 20th of May and will be available on all Apple platforms. That's also including the Apple TV. Look who's going to appear though on all our devices. It's the characters from Family Guy, American Dad, King of the Hill and Solar Opposites. These famous characters will be battling and brawling on the track, and this game can also be played as a solo experience or on multiplayer, and we're talking up to 8 players online that can battle or race in different modes. One thing I like about themed games, and especially ones around cartoon TV shows, is you get maps and tracks themed about some iconic locations that you'll know from the shows, which I think really pulls the experience together. This action-packed racer will be available on the 20th of May. All platforms, grab your friends and have a great battle brawl. There's also some daily challenges to help you unlock some new characters, skins, carts, and lots more customizations, which I love about racing games when they give you the choice of what your kart looks like, and we all know those wheels add a little bit more brake horsepower. And the final title to be coming to the Apple Arcade. So last month we got Pro Snooker and Pool 2022 Plus. Well, this month we're getting Pro Darts 22 Plus, and this again is made by the same developers. This is a sport title that will be available on the iPhone, iPad and Mac. Pro Darts has been made with a really nice swipe to throw interface, but also has a ton of player assists to help you find the right experience. This is a 3D experience with a ton of customizations, whether that be your darts or the dartboard itself. Now, if you're watching this and you actually don't have an Apple Arcade subscription, you can play a free-to-play version of the exact same game, but do be reminded that there might be some dreaded microtransactions or even worse, advertisements. But there's loads packed into this title. Let's have a look at some of the things that are in the description, and I must say this is one of the longest descriptions I've read of a game, but it's always nice to see what you're actually going to get before downloading it. Now, I've played a few darts in real life, so I do understand a few of these modes, but there's quite a few in here that I really have raised an eyebrow to. But you can play all the score modes from 305, 405, 505, 605 and 705, and also including 1005, which are what you've got to score to basically complete the game. I would call that the classics darts mode. But there's also around the clock cricket darts, something called par dart, which is a golf themed one, snooker darts, which might be a subtle hint to their other games. There's also up to 28 competitive AI characters that you can go against in this game. So if you don't have any friends to play with, there are some challenging AIs. There's also some knockout tournaments, pass and play modes, so I think you're not going to run out of things to do in this Plus title. I'm not probably going to look at a dartboard the same again. I would love to see how cricket works on a dartboard. If you want to try this title, this is the last one of the month and it drops on the 27th of May. I'm actually looking forward to this because I do find that some of the sports games, especially where they are built around the iPhones, are just interesting to pick up and play. And I do really enjoy the pass and play ones on the Apple Arcade because I do find that I play a lot of these games outside the house where I wouldn't need or have a second controller. So it is nice to see that Apple are thinking about what games go on the arcade because it does bring a bit of value to actually, playing with your friends and not being so antisocial. And one thing I would like to say is well done Apple for including titles that do have pass and play. I think this is something that brings value to the Apple Arcade. So thank you so much for watching today. I hope you really do enjoy the titles that Apple have put onto the Apple Arcade, and thank you anyone who waited patiently for this episode. It's actually a week late. I've had a few things going on, but I do appreciate the patience of you guys and the viewers. If you do have any comments about the show, I'm all ears. Let us know in the comment section below because I'm all about thinking about how we can make this show that extra better experience. And of course, I'm trying my best, but thank you so much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed the roster of games, whether that be Goat Simulator, Badlands, or even just Pro Darts. I will hope to see you guys in the next month's edition of What's New on Apple Arcade.